Hi guys, welcome back to our channel, and then this is a channel where we talk about nails and everything to do with nails. So this is your channel, Nails by Jada, and I'm your host for today, Janet. So let's go. Last week but on, we've talked about 3 different topics, and that is the nail anatomy, understanding our cuticle oils, and 3, understanding the products that should be put on our nails. So today we dive in deeper into something else which I feel is very important for us to understand, and that is allergies and irritation. Okay, so this series will be allergies and irritation. Is quite a broad, it's a very broad series, and I actually want to break it down a bit. So we'll have a 3-part series, and today we're going to talk about the first 2 things that I feel are very important for each and every nail tech and for each and every consumer to understand. Okay, so let's start. What is an allergy? An allergy is a condition in which the immune system reacts abnormally to a foreign substance, and the foreign substance in this case is normally known as the allergen. Okay, and there are people who are allergic to pollen, gluten, okay, proteins like me, and most of the naturally occurring things, dust and all these other things. Okay, so that is what an allergy is. It basically involves the immune system. So where your immune system is not involved, therefore we have an irritation. So an irritation is an inflammation or a discomfort in a body part caused by a reaction to an irritant substance, and that is what I actually want to dive into. Okay, now an irritation occurs at a localized point, whereas an allergy occurs in different parts of the body. So what do I mean by this? An irritation, if I have like ACD, contact dermatitis, it's called allergic contact dermatitis, ACD, especially to some of the products that we use as nail techs, then it will be so localized because you will just see the inflammation and the redness and the itchiness and all this thing. It will all happen at this specific point where the point of application of the gel is, and it won't occur anywhere else. Like you wouldn't get a rash all over your body, but it just comes at that particular point. You get that? Okay, that's what an irritation is. Okay, now what brings about this irritation? Let's go back very many years ago. What happened when gels were introduced into the market? I don't know, but from the research I've been doing, kidogo, I'm talking about it in Kenya, there were not so many cases of irritation. Why is that? Because there were not these irritants that are affecting people, or these ingredients that are becoming irritants to most people are not available in nail polishes. Most of these are not available. Like you wouldn't get something like Hima here, THFA in any of these products that are nail polishes. That is why the allergies were, the irritations were, the ACD, let me just call it ACD, cases were very few. But then again, in came the gels. Gels are very good because first things first, we all know about the qualities of gel. They are long lasting. As many people claim, they help the nails grow. Anyway, it's just a whole different chemistry about it. But now, with this have come also, and acrylics have come in ACDs. And with time, if we don't watch out, there will be many more cases of ACD amongst us because of some of the certain behaviors that we have as nail techs and some of the certain behaviors that we have as people who DIY our own nails, unfortunately. So I just want to take you through this series so that we are able to understand what to look out for, what to do, what not to do, so that we can avoid the ACD, the allergic contact dermatitis. Now, let me just give you a few scenarios where I've talked to different individuals who've come to me and they're like, oh, you know what? So I used to do gel, I used to do acrylic, but one time they just went and all of a sudden their nail bed was hot, you know, like you start feeling the heat, and then there was itchiness around the nail plate, and so around the hyponychium and the eponychium and the lateral side walls. I hope you remember the parts that we did last time. So she will get redness, inflammation, and a few days down the line she'll get blisters, like unless she removes that gel, and the blisters will still come. That is a case of an ACD amongst us. Okay, I have very many other examples, but let me just use that one. So what might have caused it? So let's dive in. So point number 1 that we are actually going to talk about is something called undercuring. For us to understand undercuring, then that means we have to understand what curing is. We have to understand what is this thing. Why are we always told put our hand into the let me just use this. We normally put our hand like this. Sorry, blue sky. Like this, so that the gels dry. This process where tunaiweka chini ya machine hivi is called curing. What is curing? How do you know that a gel is fully cured? What are the effects of a gel that are not fully cured? Now that is what I want us to talk about. My first point is under curing. Now, for every application of gel, for it to be able to harden and form a layer as opposed to a liquid, to form a solid, as opposed to a liquid, it has to go through something called curing. Now, gels, before they cure, they are monomers. So what is a monomer? A monomer is just a single unit, and another single unit, and another single unit, and another single unit. Now, for this layer to form from being liquid, this one monomer has to join in with another monomer in the presence of heat. UV light, okay? So that this and this bond, and then this and this bond. So it forms a very, very long chain in a matter of seconds, like 2 minutes, 30 seconds to 2 minutes. And this hardens, and all of it just forms something called your gel, okay? From a liquid to a gel through curing under a UV lamp, okay? Now, so Janet, what is under curing? Now, each manufacturer who comes up with a product understands their own product, okay? What does it mean that to understand their own product? They know how long it takes to cure, for it to cure fully. They know what amount of watts are required. They understand the design of the LED lamp that is required for it to cure fully. So us as consumers are meant to read the SDSs from the manufacturer to understand all these things. So, for example, Blue Sky might say it needs to cure for 2 minutes, okay? Then we go for Gelish that needs to cure for 30 seconds, okay? But Blue Sky knows what the reason it's saying it's 2 minutes is because they have designed a lamp that will fully cure the gel in 2 minutes. But now, what have we done as consumers? What have we done as DIY people? What have we done as the nail techs? Is that we've gone and bought universal lamp that is meant to cure each and every single product. If Gelish takes 30 seconds under, let's say, 36 watts, Blue Sky takes 2 minutes, for example, under a 24 watt lamp. And then we have, which other gel do I know? IBN, let's say IBN takes 30 seconds under a 24 watt, okay? So unless we understand that this specific one that I'm using will cure fully in 2 minutes under this condition, then that means even if it forms the oligomer, that is what the oligomers form the polymer, and it hardens, that product is not fully cured, okay? And one of the worst things in the world are uncured polymers. Once they come in contact with your skin, once they seep in through a broken nail plate into your skin, into your body, let's say if it's a broken nail, so it's going into your skin, around the skin around, or it's seeping in through into the nail bed, I'm telling you, it is just a matter of time before your body has had enough of the acrylates, and it actually now starts fighting, and it's like, no, we can't take this anymore. So it forms blisters and it starts fighting against these acrylates, okay? So it just can't take it anymore, and that means you can't do gel, you can't do acrylic, and if the worst comes to the worst, in some cases, you can't do cyanoacrylates at all. And those are the glues that we always use to bond our tips onto our natural plate. So first things first that we have to do, if you decide to use a product from Blue Sky, for example, and I'm not marketing for them, for example, I decide to use Blue Sky, that means I need to use a Blue Sky lamp. If I decide to use Gelish, kindly use a Gelish lamp, kindly. And another thing, how else can we undercure? The manufacturer clearly states that we are using an LED UV lamp, okay? For me, I can't afford an LED UV lamp. So what do I have? I have the fluorescent UV lamp. You remember the first ones that used to have a box and like a bulb in there that maybe would glow purple or blue or whatever color? That was the first creation that came in. And most of us, what we do is we buy that because it's slightly cheaper. That takes so long to cure and the process is so slow. And I use my high-tech, let's say urban, modernized, gelish or blue sky products into this. Yes, the surface, perfect, all sealed. But inside, there are so many oligomers, so many uncured monomers, so many products that will eventually damage my skin, that will eventually create an irritation that might even develop, I said keyword, might develop into an allergy, which is very, very bad. Okay, so first things first, please understand that curing is one of the most important things that we do. Now, how do we cure in acrylics? That is one of the points that I'll actually discuss in our third part series. But for today, we are going to talk about curing in gel. So you've understood what curing means. You've understood to understand, please, first things first, don't just walk in and I'm a nail tech and I'm out here just slapping products onto you and I'm mixing things and I don't even understand the words that are required to cure. I don't even understand how long this product is meant to cure, because we have this universal one, 60 seconds. That is wrong. Kindly let us learn to read our SDSs. Let us learn to train, even us as end users, let us learn what the product entails. It's just a kind request, just to prevent the ACDs cases from increasing in the near future. Point number 2, and I'll just finish with that for today, is touching the uncured or the tacky layer. Now, what is a tacky layer or the inhibition layer? What causes the inhibition layer? You know, all these things, I know they're all questions that you're like, anyway, Janet, what is that? How does that even affect me? As in, you know, but it does, because one of the time, let's say you are out there, you're doing your gel. Okay, now, once we've done the first coat of the gel, is usually the base coat, the primer, and then we have the base coat. Then we go in with our second in the color that we want, and another one. Okay, we do all that. Then just before we put on our top coat, that may be no wipe or a wipe top, or not, leave the wipe top coat, the no wipe, so let's use a wipe. Once you do the wipe top coat, the reason it's called a wipe top coat is because there is a layer of it. It's called that Tacky layer, or it's called an inhibition layer, that is fully, it has a lot of uncured monomers of gel. Now, as a nail practitioner, I would maybe touch to see whether it's fully cured, or if I'm using an underpowered lamp and this thing is meant to cure in 60 seconds, this thing ain't curing. So what do? I touch to see whether it may cure. I'm like, apana, rudisha tena. I touch again. Ama mimi kama end user nafanya, haya, Jose, haijakauka, Jonte, haijakauka, unarudisha tena. Do you see that? This ka mutugo ka kushikashika hivo, that is a lot of contact with an uncured monomer. And remember what I said a monomer is, it's this one and this one that are not joined together. So they easily, you see, they're not joined together, so they easily seep into the skin. And what the skin around the nail is usually very, very sensitive. So once it does that, the first time you've done gel, maybe for 5 years, one time the rashes come in. One time your skin has had enough. Like, that's it. We are no longer friends, and your skin and gels or acrylics are two very different things. Like, they are worlds apart. They don't even want to see each other, just because of a behavior that would have easily been stopped by simply just avoiding to touch that tacky layer of uncured monomers. Okay, so those are the 2 points that we have for today. I hope I've helped you. 1, under curing, try and avoid using underpowered UV lamps. Try and read instructions about what product needs to cure under what what and for how long, just to prevent, because these uncured monomers can't be seen by our naked eyes. And that's even the worst thing, because just because I don't have an irritation now doesn't mean like 5 to 10 years from now I won't have an irritation. So please, let's take care of ourselves, let's take care of our skin around the nails, let's take care of our nails, let's take care of our hands. These are one of the things that we always flaunt as girls. Now just imagine if you can't do acrylics and the way you love acrylics, like you always like, you know what, now you can't even do them. And then the worst thing is that your nails refuse to grow. Like, what happens? Like, that's it. So anyway, jokes aside, let's learn to take care of our nails. Let's learn to understand, let's learn to watch what our nail techs are doing. Let us learn to watch what we do to our nails, just so that we ensure that we have very, very beautiful, long lasting nails. And if you do acrylics or gels, for you to enjoy these very, very nice products for a very, very long time. So thank you so much. I'll see you again next week for a second part of this series, still talking about allergies and irritation. And I hope you stay tuned. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. And that red button down there, please press subscribe. And also do the notification thing. I always hear people say that. So please just click on twist so that you are able to watch any new videos that we upload. So thank you so much and be blessed. I'll see you again next week. So bye.